All right, good morning, traders, and welcome to the Bookmap All Markets webinar. We go through live order flow analysis forward-looking. It is not hindsight, and the goal is to improve your trading and to integrate order flow within your trading, because all of the patterns out there, no matter what it is that you trade, or indicators that you look at, are made up of the order flow. Okay, the transactions, the price action, and the orders in the market, limit buy and limit sell orders. So this is what composes the market, these three elements, and Bookmap is excellent at showing it. You can read it. If we can read the behavior or understand what's going on in there, then we can comprehend where price might go next. All right, so all right, Jack, excellent analysis there on the. We're going to go over that in just a minute here. General disclosure: all Bookmap Limited materials, information, and presentations are for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendations. Risk disclosure: trading futures, equities, and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. This is what Jack had posted over. I'll go over all of this with you guys, and I also want to show you how to connect. You should take advantage of this. If you are new to Bookmap, or want to try Bookmap, this is a great opportunity. Okay, we have the March Madness basketball tournament going on. We have our Bookmap Crypto March Madness competition going on now too. Take a screenshot here and sign up using your phone. We have the link for you as well. I can put it into the chat, and sign up, because this is there's like over $1,000 worth of prizes in here. So you can win, there's let me go through a little bit of the process in here, and what you need to do. Okay, that link will take you to this page here. Okay, and then in this page here, this is where you register. Okay, so just as simple as that. You can scroll down, you can see the competition's already started. It will go until the end of the month, right? So we've got 10 days to trade. We've got the different prizes that you can see here. There's also a bonus prize for Bookmap Academy members. Actually, this whole competition is for Bookmap Academy members. You can be a member, though, easily. Just go to bookmap.com. And go to the More button here and go to under Community, Bookmap Academy. Here, it's just bookmap.com/academy. I'll put this link into the chat for you as well, so that you can join. There you go. And that's it. So you sign up. You can go through the Bookmap Academy in here. Read through it here. It's a great program that we have. We give feedback, we coach, we mentor. We had a meeting last night. You can watch the recording last night if you want. And then you can get Bookmap for free in here. By generating quality content, we're happy to give Bookmap to you at that point. Okay, so just read through it, and then take it from there. So the Crypto Madness, March Madness competition here, there's a bonus prize, 2 of these, so $200 USDT to each week. We will have a winner by the best content. Okay, Jack has already set the bar very high. Let me show you what I mean in here. He just this morning created some content in here. Here it is. So you might want to go to the Bookmap Discord channel here. It's under the All Markets Bruce room here, and here's his post. Jack, in fact, you know what? We may do a special event with you on this, and you can go through this, because like we had talked about crypto last night. This thing is a monster. It is a beast of of a different kind, and it behaves very differently. Anyway, we'll go through more of this, and sign up and take advantage of it. So you have all the resources that you need. Okay, let me show you how to connect to this crypto market for the competition. All right, so first you need to have Bookmap. Once you have Bookmap, you will open it up in the real trading mode. So it'll be live trading mode, and down here in the lower right hand corner, you can see it down here, right? It says the data mode is live trading. Okay, data live, real trading. All right, so you will need to open up Bookmap in that mode, and then you'll need to create some connections here. So go up to connections, and you can see right now I have DX feed and Rhythmic only. Click on configure, and then we're going to add or remove a platform here. So click on add platform. Under the Bookmap Connect level 0 in here, you will need to scroll down to the bottom. You will first need to have Bookmap data. So let's install that. Okay, platform ready to use. Great. And let's go down again to available for install, and we're going to install the trading simulator, and it has to be version 1.4.1. Click on install. Great, we're all set to go. Okay, so now we're going to close this. We're going to go back up to connections in here. Oh, I'm sorry, it looks like I didn't need to close it. We're going to go to configure. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to add a connection. So we click on this, and then we click on the platform drop down here. We're going to scroll down, and we're going to select Bookmap data, and that's it. Okay, so we're going to say okay. We need to add another one though. Now you can see Bookmap data is up here. So let's go back and let's add another one. And then we're going to add connection. We're going to click on platform. We're going to scroll down and find trading simulator down here. They're alphabetically ordered here. Click on that and click OK. Now back to connections and select Bookmap data. Okay, and you'll see the a pop-up here. It just stops and icebergs don't work for it. And the trading simulator. Click on that. Okay, so now you can see I have the trading simulator in here. Close that window. And now you can see I'm connected to Bookmap data and the trading simulator. Now, what you need to do, and it already popped up here, so I'm going to close this. Okay. You need to subscribe to the proper instrument. So let's click on the plus tab here. Under Bookmap data, under the platform, under the type, select competition. Under the exchange, select multi-book, okay, the Bookmap multi-book product. And under symbol, you are going to select or type in BTC-USDT. You have historical data here, and then tick size. This is important because this is a 68 or 3 or whatever it is at right now, $1,000 instrument. So I'm using actually tick size of 20. Seems to work better for me. I was using 10 the other day. I was using 5 the other day, and it's just too much granularity. So I'm going to select 20 and keep it simple, and then I'm going to subscribe. Okay, the stops and icebergs aren't supported. Just click OK. Now let's go to the instrument, and it is loading. Okay, so each tick here is $20. All right, so now once this loads, okay, beautiful move into high liquidity in here. We'll go over the liquidity liquidation indicator here in a minute as well. So now I've got the instrument. Now we want to trade from the chart. Okay, so click on the trade control panel icon here. And under here, you can see I cannot select anything at the moment. Right, we're going to add a right click in here, and we're going to hide a panel, move a panel, configure, add a panel. I'm sorry, right in front of me. We're going to add a panel, cross instruments trading panel. This will allow us, it pops up here, to select here the BTC USDT for Bookmap Academy. That is the instrument that you'll be trading off of, this instrument here into the competition account. Okay, so that's how this will work, and then you need to press start. Okay, and I get an error. Okay, let's just try this again. Okay. I don't know why. All right, well, let's restart Bookmap. Okay, just a moment, guys. Errors are sent. Okay, there we go. And let's close that. And let's restart Bookmap. Okay, and we can demo at least this run option here. Okay, so simulated mode, trading mode, or replay mode. Trading mode is what you want. Highly recommend to record your live data and record your orders and click OK. Okay, this way you can replay it in replay mode and learn a tremendous amount and trade off of it as well. Okay, got a lot of trade statistics that pop up. Okay, and here comes our instrument here. Okay, there's our Bitcoin, and let's open up this again, and we're going to press, make sure I'm connected. Yep. Press start. Okay, it's working now. You have activated the cross trading with BTC USD for the Bookmap Academy competition, and you click OK. All right, there you go. All right, now just click on the drop down here and select trade both. Select your size. Guys, you have tremendous amount of leverage in here with this competition, so be careful with that. But I think you can trade up to like 14 different contracts or coins. That is a lot. So you can make a lot really quickly. You can also lose a lot really quickly. All right, so anyway, we're going to go over a lot of different strategies, etc. Today, and we will continue to do that for the rest of the competition during the week. Okay, so we're all set, and let's see what else I wanted to go over here. Yeah, you can use bracketed and OCA orders and trailing stop, etc. This is what I want to do. Go to help, and then go to the Bookmap Learning Center here. That'll take you to the Learning Center. There's another way to get there as well. You can go to bookmap.com and click on education. And then in here, go to Getting Started course. Right? And then scroll down here to Trading from Bookmap. This is where you'll learn all about the trading control panel, how to utilize it, etc. We're going to go through it several times during the next 10 days as well, so that you guys get accustomed to using the functionality in here. It works extremely well, in my opinion. I really like trading from the Bookmap chart for a number of reasons. Right? But go through these very short videos in here, and you'll be up to speed in no time. Okay, you can also trade from the Dome. There's Dome Pro available for you, or there's a Dome in the columns over here, and you can trade from the Dome there as well. All right, so let's see. The all right, so now we're all set up to trade. We've selected quantity of one. Now this is another a thing to mention in here, which is part of the rules in the competition. There are commissions involved here, so you will not be able to scalp and like hyper, or high frequency trade in here, because every time you press the button, you're going to be charged. Okay, and it's on it's on both sides too, on entry and on exit. Okay, so, all right. Okay, so now I want to go through different. We'll go through some functionality in here, etc. But and setting orders, moving orders around, etc. Yeah, in fact, we'll start there, and then I want to go through some of the strategies in here, because this is a beast. In my opinion, I mentioned this in the Bookmap Academy meeting yesterday, that you guys, if you guys get good at this, you're going to come back to the ES and the NQ, and it's going to be a cakewalk. I'm serious. Like, you're going to understand these markets at a it's a different animal. Order flow is order flow. It just, other features or elements within order flow are more prominent in different markets. So one of the most prominent things that I have seen in this market in here is the trap traders and liquidations. This market will chop back and forth, bashing around traders and just killing them. I mean, liquidating them and then pulling away, just like here, right? You may buy the or sell the bottom in here. Okay, it's trending lower. I'm gonna sell it. Well, it did trade down into high liquidity here, which is great. And then it bounced immediately. And then anyone who sold in here, to just take a look at it. And we've covered this education for a long time. These markets are using this some of these ideas in here over and over and over again. So just know your markets, know the participants, know the behavior. Look what happened in here. Everyone's thinking, well, it's breaking down. I see more sellers. We should sell off. Okay, and it did. It trapped these guys. Buyers came in, moved it away. We come back, retest here. And then they get squeezed up to upside to the swing, right to the swing, right above the swing. And now the market has sold back off. So you might have sold in here, and then you just got annihilated in this small move. Okay, this happens again and again in these markets. Keep an eye out. All right, now and then what did it do? It did exactly what you thought it was going to do anyway. Okay, so there's different ways to combat this. Maybe you take a small feeler position in here, and maybe you see some sort of behavior like this up here, and you look for those sellers to come back in again. Okay, that's a few ideas in here, or one idea. Right now, another one in here. These markets, or this market, in my opinion, what I have seen is hypersensitive to order flow. Transactions of limit orders in here, high liquidity. Okay, and then watch here. This is what we're going to look for right here. We're going to look for buyers back up above this little area right here. Okay, because we see there's a lot of there, and here they come. Now, where might they go? Okay, that's what we want to understand. We'd be looking for the swing up here. Okay, for a potential target. Right now, it's in a downtrend. Market's in a downtrend. Okay, so be careful about that. But if you're looking for your pullbacks and liquidations, so you might want to look for your liquidations in here to unfold. Once you see your liquidations unfold, then it's go time. All right, so let me bring up the liquidations add-on. You guys should have free access to this. It's right here, and it's not showing anything. Okay, Let's try it again. This has been kind of tricky. Working, it hasn't been working. And I don't see it right now. Okay, interesting. All right, so I don't see it right now, but we can kind of simulate the liquidations in here. Okay, you might, maybe you use your sweeps indicator, or just look for these kind of big transactions that sweep through an area, and then you're looking for your move back up, because this is going to stop some people out and liquidate some accounts here. So here, that pullback strategy that we just talked about, this just unfolded right up to the target here. Okay, so it traded below. We have 63,000 right here. Traded down below into high liquidity, and then look at the move back up, and look at how we had talked about this. Understanding liquidity in here is key. Okay, and see the high liquidity on the bid under here, and then the move back up, and this move is finished. Okay, now that pain has been taken here. Now we can probably revisit back down here. Okay, so look for this kind of behavior in here. What we're talking about is understanding the pain here, trap traders, and then movement. All right, let me see if there's any questions on this so far. Hold on a minute. Shark Blue, it runs to the end of the month, the competition. So kind of in line with the tournament. I know the championship game is like, I think April 8th or so. But the competition will be until the end of the month. Right? Yeah, anyway. Yeah, it's an excellent opportunity, Shark Blue. Guys, get in here and take advantage of this and share some knowledge in here, like Jack just did. So take a look at his content in here. This is excellent, right here. Okay, so we can take a look at his image. In fact, let's take a quick look here. And then, Jack, what we're going to do here is we'll hold an event. All right, and I'll reach out to you, and we'll schedule something. I just saw this moments before the webinar here. Anyway, this is really great stuff in here, and we want to understand these markets. Okay, so and then utilize the trading features in Bookmap. And like I said, guys, once you start to understand this behavior of some of the trap traders, the stop runs, etc., then you're going to come back to the ES in here, and it's going to be like slow motion for you. The ES will be definitely slow motion. The NQ will be a little bit quicker, but it is the same concepts. Look at this move here, and then the pullback above the swing here. Okay, same ideas in here. So we're looking for pain in here, and I like it. What was it? No pain, no gain is the saying, right? For working out and increasing your performance or fitness. But it had a different connotation in our Carmine Rosado webinar the other day. He went through and said, it's unfortunate, but this is how these markets work. It is a zero-sum game, and no, if I don't see pain in the market, I'm not going to get in. If it is their pain will be my gain, is what he said. Okay, so it is totally true. Look at this behavior in the NQ. Okay, we can mark it up in here. This is exactly it. Look at the pivot point. We've talked about pivot points forever in here. This is the pivot. This is where it broke down. Trap traders stopped them out into high liquidity. And this is where the buyers really started to come in and they moved it back up here. All right. Okay. So now we're going to take this understanding from the crypto market here. And then we're going to add this to our also our learning center strategies, etc. So if I go back to that learning center in here, okay, we have I'll upload for you guys the latest reversal pattern. Okay, I'm still working on one more video, but I have a reversal pattern in here. The flag pattern is the classic one that we have here in the diagram. All right, so looking for impulse move, pullback, impulse move. All right, now we've been covering some of the information in the reversal pattern for quite a while, and also in footprint. And we're using the volume bars and dots together. Okay, so look at the, we see clearly sellers, more sellers in here. Okay, do we see this transition from sellers to buyers? Not yet. Okay, we see this cluster here, and we see another cluster here. Okay, buyers in here and buyers in here. We do not see the structure broken yet. Okay, we just see these small structures broken, we don't see a tremendous amount of buying yet. For a reversal pattern, which can be very, very tricky, what we're looking for is a tremendous amount of volume to lift that market and see this transition from sellers to buyers in this case. And we don't see it yet. All right, let me get back to questions in here. Why do I say what, Alan? Sorry. Okay, slow down. Lost your rhythmic, but okay. So you guys are having some issues installing this, are you? Let me know. We can go through the process again. All right, and see here. Other questions in YouTube? Jack, thank you. And Alois. We're all over this. Good discussion going over in the YouTube channel. Yeah, okay. So anyway, you know, there's also, I mean, there's many things to kind of understand here in these markets. Like what we just talked about, this kind of pain, and then, you know, understanding the trap traders, etc. And this response to liquidity, very, very important in here. In my opinion, this is what I have seen. Okay, so You will also note specific time frames in here as well. So there's a lot of chop, a lot of back and forth, a lot of trapping, and then there's a big move. And then typically there's a big counter move as well. Now it doesn't have to be. This is, we want to understand like what's going on in here with some of these big moves in here, and maybe a slight pullback and continuation move. But what I mean to say in here is look at some of the time frames in here, because what has to happen is there has to be kind of a collection of traders getting involved. Then the market will move. Now look at you can kind of see in here that potential for a reversal pattern that we talked about. Okay, it's not quite there yet. And in fact, we really want to see that buying pick up in here. Now, it might back up above here. It might. And we can see maybe a big sweep and liquidation. But right now, it's just chopping back and forth. And I don't see enough buyers in here to sustain that move. Okay? But at a certain time, let's suppose like all of these buyers in here. Now, this happened to me a number of times. I was kind of testing the markets, testing the functionality in here, and stayed in some trades for a while. And you will note like this here is within the range. All of this price action in here. There's a lot of buyers in here over some time. This is what you want to watch for, is where are these buyers in here going to feel the pain? They're going to feel it down here. Okay, so watch this. We'll come back and revisit it, or maybe it'll happen during the webinar here. But we can get like maybe a move above the swing here, induce more traders into the market on the buy side, and then annihilate them on the way back down. Okay, so these are the buyers in here that are trapped right now. Okay, where are they going to be sellers? They're going to be sellers down here. This is how the markets work. It's a big mechanism in the marketplace, on all markets, because these buyers in here are compelled to sell because they're feeling the pain. So they will sell. They are motivated to sell. Okay, let's see if we get that move right now. Okay. See if we see our sellers, and then let's see if we can get our drop. Be back down to these lower levels in here, or back down to this liquidity down in these areas here. Okay, now we're still in this range in here. And we have to be kind of careful in here, because a lot of times it takes a few different gyrations in here. Okay, so for example, we might get a move below here. We might get our selling here, and then watch the squeeze back up to the top again. Because now these sellers are going to feel the pain. If we can't get down here and start to run the stops, if there's not enough in here, then we will be revisiting to induce more buyers back up here. Okay, this is advertising by price action 101, basically. All right, so let's see here if there's anything more to go over. Jack, I have not read through your post yet, so you know, I don't. We're going to have to wait on that. I don't have time to kind of dive into it at the moment. But I would love to. That's why I think we should just do a special event and you know, come up with maybe some other content that people are coming up with. So again, this is part of that Bookmap Academy and part of that prize that you can win, 200 USDT. So by best content. And so far, you are definitely the clear winner at this point. Have we leaned into gamma market structures? Are you talking? Are you asking me, or you're answering somebody else? All right, guys. So you can see what's unfolding in here. So we did get this pullback in here. Just there was very mild selling in here, so it wasn't much. And now this is what's unfolding. Here's our pain, and then here is the move lower. Now, where are these guys? They're gonna go for. I think the swing down here, this liquidity down here. This would be the target. Okay. And then we may get momentum in here. Any traders that are involved in the market up in here, maybe they have wider stops, looking for a move back down and trend continuation down in these areas here. See, Gene, it looks like you just reached out at me from the Algo Boys room. He also has some content. Yeah, Gene, let's we'll take a look at what you come up with here, and we can do a special event as well. Okay, I'd love to. Slow down. Okay, so if you guys want me to go through that process again, we will. And for connecting to this for this competition. Slow down. Your strategy of your Wyckoff spring happens in here, and it's on steroids. It is wicked. You know, you'll see these little moves like that, and then it just will annihilate people. And then it will come right back into the range and through to the other side. Okay, so it looks like we're trending here. You know, I think the you can see the pullback here. I'm a little leery of these sellers in here, but I think that we haven't seen the pain yet of some of these buyers. Okay, so we'll see if we get maybe one more kind of push back up here and get people all confused. Confusion and chaos is one of the elements in these markets, in all markets actually, that we want to embrace actually and understand at a deeper level. Okay, what's going on? Because this is the behavior. You know, there's like psychological you know, operations that take place in here, like psyops. And I'm not kidding. This is not conspiracy. I know that you know, I've read articles about specific you know, hedge funds or professional traders trying to understand like psyops from CIA or military applications and apply it to the markets. Okay, chaos and confusion is a good one. Okay, people just don't know what's going on, and then collect, bash them to one side, and then take it to the other side, and then finally go the direction that everyone was looking for. Okay, so get everyone kind of out of the market, shake them out, get them confused, to press the button and get out. Okay, while the larger players are just controlling the game. Okay, they have the size, and this is going to be done through liquidity. Okay, it's going to be done through orders. It's going to be done through getting people trapped. All right, and let's see. Look at the size of the trading coming in right now on the buy side. Okay, but let's just take a look though. Look at our bars down here. Okay, bigger picture. We're seeing some of these buyers come in, but it's just not enough. And now we're here, and I'm looking for the sellers to. Here's our chaos in here, a little bit. Right, we see the pretty big buy bar, pretty big sell bar here. Okay, getting people to buy into this and then going to the other side and then running it here. So the trend is down in the bigger picture in here. Now let's see if these sellers can press it down into 62,800 or 62,600. Okay, and then we're looking for pretty big selling to move that move the market down into this liquidity here. And again, we have to be very attentive in here, because we might get one more push back here. Like, everyone's looking for this to drop right now, including us. We might get one more move back up in here on strong buy volume, stop everybody out, and then come right back down. Okay, we got to make a decision at some point, and just look for the trap. Okay, that's you want that on your side. And like I said, we've talked about trap traders also in the Bookmap education here, in the strategies and setups. This was what we talked about in here in the consolidation. We're looking for trap traders. We want that on our side. And then we're looking for the move, because they will fuel the fire for that move. Okay, so these buyers in here, let's see if this the question is this enough fuel? We're also looking for areas in here. We've talked about measured moves, etc., many times over. Let me clear the drawings here, and it works in this market as well. Okay, for the same reasons of traders involvement and getting stopped out, etc. So much pressure in the market. Okay, high liquidity coming up here at this level. Okay, trying to trap these, see the trap potentially. Then the question is that enough selling in here? It doesn't look like it to me. We have some selling in here and some selling in here. Okay, well, yeah, maybe one more move back up to about 63,180. Stop everybody out, turn right around, and then come back down. And here we go. Maybe I'm painting kind of an odd picture here, conspiracy theory like picture, but the markets, like as we've covered it over the years, like coming down into these areas in here, And then just retesting back here. Is there still demand in here? Are we going to come back up in here? Okay, and just kind of tap it and see. Are we going to, like, get people squeezed in here and get buyers up here? Okay, so it's, the market is being tested just all day long. Talked about it in the S&P, and we see that liquidity come in and test the market. See how it responds to high liquidity. Okay, as a spoof type of activity. Okay, is that enough? Do we have enough buyers for the squeeze here now? Okay, let's go through the buyers. Where are they? Here, here, and here. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. So yeah, let's see if we can get our sellers here at 920. And then the breakdown. Okay, we have high liquidity in here. Watch these guys pull. And let's see if we can come back down. Now we're looking for a measured move as well here, right? Okay, so our measured move would be something like this. And it lines up with some liquidity down here at this 590 or 62,600. Okay, so that could be a real nice move here. Well, a couple $100. Remember, it's $20 per tick. And also remember, every time you might want to widen your stops out in here. Every time, oh, slow motion and not easy. Is that what I had mentioned? Well, like I said though, like you'll see, like when you start trading crypto or Bitcoin here, you'll jump over to the S&P and it'll just be. I have found it easier to understand the behavior. It is more likely to unfold the way that you're looking. Okay, where these markets do not. Okay, so you really have to be on your game in here. All right, so our trade idea right now is working out. And let's see though. It still looks like it's enough. My question is this enough buying in here to get a squeeze and let these guys feel the pain for the move lower and trend continuation? And I think it's enough. Okay, so yeah, I would look for it. And let's see if we get it. And now, again, note though that every time you press the button in here, let's say it's for one contract or one coin in here, you're going to be paying a commission. It's $50, okay, around $50. It's a percentage. Okay, so do you want to take that? Now, if you do, then how you're going to have to manage this a little bit higher time frame. So for this move in here, in this breakdown in here, it's got to move, quite a bit to make some money out of this, because round trip is going to be $100. Okay, so that means if you sold it down in here, it's got to get down to below 765 in order to be at break even. Okay, and we're almost there. So if you did take it, you're only going to get a couple $100 out of this down at 600. Okay, consider that. Because you're going to have to widen some stops out. You're going to have to look for some bigger moves. This is where, yeah, we were looking for this to unfold due to what we covered, right? And that's our measured move, in fact. Okay, so this is done its job. I'm still looking actually for this liquidity trade here, but it's done its job, right? Now, you wouldn't have made much out of that. Okay, but take this concept in here and zoom out and just look at your higher time frames. You'll have to do that for this competition. Yeah, now look, see what we're talking about here. Stop runs, buyers, pain, buyers come back in and move it right back up to where it dropped from here. Okay, so take your profit. Okay? Look for your measured move. Identify the trap traders in here. And now higher time frame. What do I have in here? I mean, this is all the data I have, which is pretty limited actually, because we opened this up. So I'm gonna during the we connected and opened the symbol up during this webinar. So I'm going to add a bit more historical data in here. And we want a bigger picture look. Yeah, Alan, I feel bad that I said that now about um, it being easier and it's in slow motion. But yeah, I do feel that way about it. The thing though is, like I said, you're gonna this kind of trading activity in here in this competition will enhance your skills tremendously, so that when you come back and you look at the S&P and you start to look for the same things in here, see how this just grinded lower, right? The behavior is very different in here. It's just kept on grinding lower. We just found more sellers at lower lows in here. Here's our little pullback in here. These would be to, maybe it's some profit taking, maybe it's some trap traders in here, and then a little bit of a squeeze to the downside in here, right? Something like that. But it's just it's much kind of more reliable, or I don't know what the right word is. Readable, understandable, a little bit more solid. I mean, if you go from the NASDAQ or the S&P over to the bonds, that does move in slow motion compared. Okay, but it's also more reliable. Of the traders, it's more honest. I don't know what the right word is, but those markets behave more in line with expectations. Darren, you're talking about counter trend thinking. Yeah, I mean, I think it can be very healthy. Just you really, I mean, I would just recommend this. Have a checklist. Have criteria within your setup. That's really important. And what we're talking about here is oh, these markets are so different, etc. Um, they are behaving differently because it's different market participants and different instrument. That's true. But the same things are applying to these markets. We're talking about trap traders, where they going to get squeezed. Talking about liquidity, how these markets are responding pretty well to liquidity in here. Just look at how, compared to some of the other markets, liquidity is kind of a big deal in these crypto markets. Oh, this is unfortunate. So I have some lost data in here. Yeah. Okay. I have 1 hour of data in here that is not available. Okay. Anyway, so it just seems to be more prominent in here about your counter trend trade. Answer your question, Darren. Looking for your setup in here. If you're going to be counter trend trading like that, then what are the reasons behind it? Just because you're at a low is not a reason. There's got to be more behind it. Okay? Maybe it's higher time frame low. Maybe you see the move down below it. You see liquidations. You see a stop run, or a strong move through that liquidity, and you see buyers come back above where all that selling came in. Okay, so like right now, see these buyers coming in, see these sellers in here. Where are they going to feel the pain? We were looking at buyers' pain in here. Well, was that enough? Or are we still collecting buyers in here and looking for the squeeze lower? Or is it these sellers in here, here and here? Okay, so bear with me. Okay, and then back up above here at 940 or so, 62,940, and then maybe that's enough. And then these sellers in here are going to feel the pain. Where are they going to be buyers? Above here. Okay, so here they come, and then let's look for it now. Let's see, and where do we think it might go? Well, we can look for a measured move here as well. So let's take this range. And move it back up to here. Yeah, Darren, it's just market. To be honest, it's market basics. It's just a tricky market to, and these are the things we want to look at. We want to look at these trap traders in here. They're the ones that are moving this market a lot. And then also look at your time frames in here. Look for a consolidation period. This is how all markets work. I mean, you'll see the consolidation, and then someone's got it right or someone's got it wrong, and we see the move. Okay, we just see it more often here in these markets. So we want to identify the pain in here. Okay, so we're gyrating back and forth in here. Do we have enough? Okay, if we do, and you have some reasons in here that make fit your criteria for your setup, then we can look for the move. Okay, we were looking for it here because we see these buyers come back in, rotated back down. We got a few more sellers in here. Let's see if we can get a squeeze here. Is it enough? Are there enough sellers in here to squeeze? I think so. I think so. And we'd look for the move back up to here. Okay, so here come the buyers, and here come the buyers, which they're actually exiting, or we feel they're exiting, and we're looking for the move back up to the swing here. Okay, right up to the swing is a nice little move, and it's measured. We got some reasoning behind it here. Guys, use all the tools available for this competition. We have the setups checklist in here. Where is it? Right here. Okay, so make your own. And we can, the default one in here is the one from the Bookmap Learning Center for the flag pattern here. Okay, so if you go through these videos in here, here's your flag pattern, and we go through a checklist in here. It is duplicated in here by default. All you have to do is to add your new setup in here is go to settings, and I would recommend this. Export it, and then we have always on top, which is nice. Okay, export it, then manipulate it, and then import it. Okay, export it, manipulate it, or edit it, save as a new file, and then import it, and you'll have a nice new checklist in here for your setup criteria. This is essential. Okay, we want to have our actions in here justified in criteria. Okay, so we have a lot of activity in here, not just looking for one level and then a move. Okay, we want to look at multiple things in here that are on our side, trap traders being one of them. Okay, a level, trap traders, liquidity. There's 3 right there that we've talked about in this webinar in these markets. Okay, identifying when there is enough trap traders in here for this move and this squeeze to unfold here. Okay, so this is unfolding pretty nicely. Okay. Stephen, I think you're trading a bit higher time frame, and you've been doing watching on the leaderboard a little bit, like up and down and up and down. You're trading a little higher time frame, and that's working for you in here. You're looking at yeah, I know you trade. You're looking at your point of control, midpoints, and volume profiles, etc. And this would be your mean reversion trade. I would consider, though, or recommend considering adding in your trap volume. Okay, your trap traders and where they're going to get squeezed. Okay, if you can add that one element in here, you're probably going to see an enhanced performance. Right? TCP panel is really simple and straightforward. I love it. Again, go to the Learning Center and under the go to bookmap.com and click on education, and then go to here, getting started course, and then your trading tools here, and go through these videos in here. We can take some action in here. I'll do it in demo. Well, I mean, I'll do it for the competition, but just note that every time you hit the button in here, you will be charged a commission. That's part of the competition in here, which puts a much more realistic spin on things. Okay, so let's just take this idea in here. All right, so now, do we have enough sellers in here that are trapped for this squeeze to the upside? Yes. Well, it's already doing it. Okay, back up to where? These buyers in here that we talked about earlier as being, they're the ones that made this move to the, or helped make this move to the downside. Right? Now, I'm it's unfortunate that the liquidation indicator is not working at the moment. This is where we can see, let me try it again in here. This is where we can measure the pain. In fact, this is what I'll do. I'm gonna remove it. Here it is here, right? I'll remove it, and I'm gonna try to re-add it back in here. Manage add-ons in level 1 here. So level 0 is for your connections. Level 1 is for your add-ons. Scroll down to the bottom, available for install. Let's install it. Okay, there we go. It's ready to be used. We'll close it. Okay, so now here's your beautiful mean reversion trade, and we're still seeing a squeeze here. Still seeing a squeeze. So maybe this is the swing. Now, do we see enough buyers in here yet? No, I don't. I don't see that transition yet. Okay, I just see more sellers still. Okay, buyers starting to pick up. Okay, this turned into a bigger squeeze than we thought. Okay, right back to all these buyers in here. Poor guys. I mean, looking for this, this move to the upside in here, and then now it's back to their position. Okay, so now let's take a look here and let's see if we can get our liquidations. on the chart? No. Okay, that's unfortunate. All right. Well, anyway, we're going to look at liquidations then differently. We're just going to look for these big transactions in here above swings. Another thing to look at or consider to look at is correlated markets in here. Okay, still squeezing, still going higher. Right. I forgot to mention another thing in here. Um, to understand your trap traders better, and this is important. All right, I'm going to clear my drawings so that this move has been completed in here. Maybe we're going to get another measured move in here. In fact, for a bigger picture, something like this. Maybe. Okay, so back to 64,000. $64,000 question. All right, so we'll keep an eye out for it, but let's clear the drawings. A beautiful, beautiful move, actually. Okay. Starting to see it picking up now as a transition, but yet again, like we can look at this in here, and unfortunately, I have some missing data too. We can look at this move, and let's look at our volume, one of our volume profiles in here. And let me actually, I'm going to hide that column. I have two volume profiles in here, CVP and SVP. Just regular chart range volume profile for the action that's within my chart range here, and then you can see it here. And I also have SVP, which is for this session range volume profile. For the entire session, and you can see that this big gap in here from the missing data earlier. But what we're going to do is look at the trapped traders in here using the volume column, but we're going to right click in here and configure it. Or let's just add a new one actually. Right click in here, insert a new column, and it will duplicate that column. Okay, now I'm going to right click in here and I'm going to go to configure and look at delta. Right, this is a great way to look at trapped volume as well. All right, so let's see the high here, look at the trap there, look at the squeeze here. Where might these buyers up in here feel the pain? Probably the first little area, this first little swing down here, which we're already kind of testing. Okay, but let's look at where are all these buyers in here? Well, they're here. Okay, and you can see it in here. Right, so now these buyers they're still in control of this market. Where are they going to get tested? Let's clear that one. They're going to get tested down here. So I'm still in that. Hold on. All right, so we can look for a deeper pullback potentially here. Okay, where are the sellers and potential trap in here? Okay, well, you can see it in the CVP column here as well. There's not a whole lot, but they're here. Okay, most of this is buying right here. Okay, so now let's see. First off, we want to see these guys here that bought feel the pain. And we want to look for maybe these buyers in here. If they cannot keep buyers in the market and buy more up at these higher levels in here, we will look for these guys to be tested down here around this 63,120. Okay, and let's look for some gyrations in some of these swings in here. Okay, so we've got some potentially trapped buyers here. Okay, and let's see if we can get a move here now on the sell side. Okay, let's see it, sellers. Let's see if you can move it back down to test these buyers down around this 63, 150, 70, something like that. All right, makes sense. Any questions? All right. Let's see, Jack, you also have some more things to show here. That was it. Okay. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I mean, this is the since I reopened, you can see at 10 o'clock, and going through that process of opening the image. This is the historical data that I added, and there's an hour missing from it. So Jack filled it in for me, which is good. Thanks, Jack. All right, guys. Well, here's our answer. And this was what we were looking for. Okay, we were looking for maybe a little bit lower here. Okay, but this is as far as it went so far. We might get one more move. See the well, here are sellers driving it back down to test these guys, and this is going to be a fight in here. Okay, because these buyers are still back in here, buying. Okay, so now what are we looking for? The potential. See these sellers that attacked the buyers, looking for them to feel the squeeze all the way right back up to the top here. Okay, and I'm looking for it. I think the buyers totally have them here. Let's see it. Steven, what size are you trading? Is it just a couple of coins or something? I'm just curious because I mean, or maybe even some just a tenth of a coin. Looks like I might have closed everything. Hold on a minute. So I can go back to YouTube here. Okay. Yeah. The JP this is the delta buy minus sell in this chart range in the horizontal. We have cumulative. We got all sorts of volume studies in here. We have cumulative volume delta in the subchart. We've got volume dots in here. We've got volume bars in here, all available for filtering and studying different ways. So right click on some of the elements in here, bring up your volume dot settings. Maybe you want to cluster them more. There's different clustering features in here. There's different filtering of size, a minimum trade size. as well as minimum displayed volume size, which is a kind of a clustering thing. But you might want to play around with that if you don't want to look at a lot of volume dots in here. It's up to you. Or just maybe even just slide the this over more, and you'll see. Like now I'm not looking at as much volume as I was earlier. Okay. I like to see that consistent, strong move in the volume instead of just a couple of big dots. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. And we talked about liquidations, so as well, I like to look at that in the not here in the volume. So I just use the default settings, to be honest. I like it. I use 3D bubbles. I use volume delta, which is default buy minus sell. And I also, in the bars, volume bars, I also use the same setting here of volume delta, buy minus sell. Okay, and you can apply it right from the dots over to the bars. Just hit apply to bars here. And now my bars are set up the same way my dots are, okay, to give me that insight. Okay, so now here's our measured move back up to the top here. Okay, now what about the sellers in here? Is this enough? I don't think so. I would look for this to be a false breakout. And all of this delta in here, I would look for the squeeze the other way. Okay, so maybe we can break out a little bit more here and get a lot of traders going long. Now, what can we learn from this move in here? Buyers are still in it from this move on. They are still in it. This is trending now. It did turn into our reversal. And for me, it wasn't enough to look for a reversal. But that was at the moment we were looking at it. And we just see, yeah, and this looks pretty decent in here. We do see a bit of a transition at this point here. And at that point, we were just looking for a squeeze. Okay, now we're starting to see the reversal unfold. Okay, so let's talk about yeah, a few different things in here. Number one is you can look at your more traditional technical analysis and apply these same elements that we were talking about in terms of squeezes, etc. So, for example, this would be your mean reversion trade back to here, right? And from this lower end in here, but identifying the sellers in here for the squeeze and the move higher. And then you can see you have your trend line in here. Maybe you're a trend line trader and you're looking for that move or break of that trend line. I would just add into whatever it is that you're looking at, add into for this competition. Look for your trap traders and where they're going to feel the pain. Okay, so we talked about this breakout here. I don't think there's enough. I'm looking for a false breakout, and I'm looking for these sellers to come right back in and retest these buyers. Okay, and is there enough buying up here? Yeah, there is. In my opinion, there is. So I'm looking for sellers in here, and let's see here at 550. Can they drop it and then retest back down into I don't know, maybe around this 63,300 or so. Maybe the swing first. No, we had our discounts or specials in November and December. So if you didn't take advantage of it, then there's nothing at the moment. Okay. But nonetheless, I would encourage you to give Bookmap a try for this competition, to go through this kind of material in multiple events that we'll have this week and next week, or next week, I should say. Yeah, Jack. I'll talk with you, and we'll set up a time for another event, and we'll go through some of the things that you had covered. Okay, we're going to try to do like a special Bookmap Academy event every day. So uh, we're going to go over people's content, etc. And like we said, you're going to there's going to be two winners. Yeah, thanks, Dan. You answered Caden's question. Yep, yep, exactly. Scroll down in the Learning Center there, you'll see the calendar. Um, but I'm on Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays at 10 a.m. And we have multiple streamers all day long in here. Okay, still squeezing, still squeezing, still identifying. See how are there enough buyers in here? I think there are to really have them feel the squeeze here. Let's look for them again here. All right, now, so if that's the case, and this is like what Darren was talking about, our counter trend trade. Okay, well, first thing we want to do is we want to identify areas of large liquidity, and we want to see them getting filled. Okay, well, then we want to identify where these buyers are going to be positioning themselves, where they entered, where they're trapped, and then we look for the squeeze. All right, we got a new leader in the leaderboard here, Tamatoa. Okay, he's traded 82 and is up for over 4K here. Steven's in second here. Jack, we've got Hamburger, and then some testers, etc. in here. Yeah. All right, guys. So, all right. So there now. This is getting interesting now. All right. So buyers just remain in control here. We're still looking for the potential for that squeeze, but we don't see it yet. Like buyers just still moving this in here. But watch. Okay. We're looking for high liquidity into these levels here, and then like Darren, looking for your counter trend trades. Now identifying these buyers and where they're going to feel it. Watch the pullback here. Okay, so this is a counter trend trade in this case because we're starting to trend to the upside here. We're going over this concept of a squeeze. Okay, these guys here I want to see in pain. These buyers. Okay, or is this the pain that was the squeeze here and they exited the market? Doesn't matter. Now, who's going to feel the pain on this one? Is the sellers here. Okay, so let's see if we can get one more little move out of it up here. High liquidity. Okay, 64,000. We're up there. We're above it now. We got a flip of the order book up here as well with very high liquidity underneath and continuation here. Okay, let's see the sellers bring it right back down to 64,000. And let's see if we can get through it. And maybe back down to about 63,800. Starting to bounce off of 60, 64. Still looking for a bit of a squeeze here though. So yeah, I'm looking for 63,800. Want the order book to help us out here too. Okay, and let's see if we get a little bit of help from the order book. Okay, liquidity and the response to liquidity. No, we just bounced off of 64, and buyers still remain in control. Now, so we didn't get this bigger pullback down a couple $100 more, but we did get the move back down to 64. Okay, so that was about a $200 move. Okay, a lot of buyers coming in. Okay, target is obviously the 64,500. Maybe 65. Okay, so now we're seeing this reversal, unfold here. It's a bit unfortunate about the data, but a lot of buy volume. And we didn't see it down here. We did not see this. We don't see it until we see the buyers starting to come in here. And this is where we were just looking for the squeeze. Okay, but and we came back up here. We did see our pullback, and then the buyers came in and moved this here. And again, we're still looking for these areas in here. We just had the liquidation up here, okay, of small amount, but the liquidation indicators working. Okay, so now I'm getting really interested up in these areas in here. I'm starting to see liquidations. Okay, I know buyers are still in control. I'm looking for areas of high liquidity that's going to get filled. And then I'm looking for the pain again. Once we get back up and we start to see liquidations from the liquidation indicator here, that you can use here for. I think it's included in the competition package. Right. All right, guys. Well, anyway, yep, keep hitting up the Bookmap Academy channel with your content. We're going to go through it and award a winner. We're going to go through several events in here. Jack is up next. I hope that you will be around, Jack, right? I believe you're away for the weekend. I know that. But anyway, I'll reach out to you. Looking forward to it and doing some special events with you guys and getting some really interesting stuff in Bookmap here for this competition. Here's our absorption indicator. We got that going. All right, let's see if we can get it then. Okay, we got high liquidity filled. Let's see if we can get it. Let's see if we see our sellers now right back down to not just 64. I want to see them try to get through it here. Okay, I don't know if we're quite ready yet, but I want to see the pain though, and I'm identifying the buyers and then the squeeze here. It's going to be around here, around 64,000. Okay, and anyone buying up in here is going to really feel it. Here they come, the sellers here. Let's see now. We don't know, right? It might be these sellers in here that feel the pain if we get buyers back up above. Okay, but I'm still looking for the sellers here to squeeze it. Okay, and then we're back to our 800 level down here. Okay, it looks pretty good. Anyway, guys, all right, let's wrap it up. Thanks for coming, everybody. Have a good weekend. We'll continue with a pretty robust schedule regarding this competition. and join the oops. Again, where you can go to here's the link. I'll put it into the chat. There you go. And we'll inform you about the upcoming events. Have a good weekend, everybody. Yep. Take care. Bye-bye.